This is Robert Greene's Gross Worth of Wit, bought with a million of repentance, printed 1592. In September 1592, it was printed posthumously. Why is this important with regard to Shakespeare? Okay, here we have the reference to Shakespeare. He says, "Yes, trust them not, for there is an upstart crow, beautified with our feathers." So he's saying that Shakespeare here is someone who's attempting to rise up. He's beautified with our feathers. So, with regard to the metaphor here, he's saying basically that he is stealing our material in order to make himself look better. That with a tiger's heart wrapped in a player's hide, and this is a reference to Henry VI, Part 3, and a player's hide would be he's just merely an actor. Supposes he's well able to bombast out a blank verse as the best of you, so unrhymed iambic pentameter. He's referring to the other playwrights, most of them are university educated, called the university wits. So he's basically saying that Shakespeare does not know his place. He's attempting to rise up. He's taking our material. He has a tiger's heart that's wrapped in the hide of a mere actor. And he thinks that he can write blank verse as the best of you. And being an absolute Johannes factotum, a man of all trades, in his own conceit, his own idea, and also his own arrogance. He thinks he's the only Shakespeare in a country. So here's the pun on the name Shakespeare. He thinks he's the only playwright in a country. So here's the reference to William Shakespeare, and this is in 1592. Okay, so but Shakespeare gets back at Robert Greene. So Robert Greene obviously died in 1592, and about 10 years later, if we look at Hamlet, if we look at the Q1 of Hamlet, which is 1602, 1603 area range, we have the allusion to beautified. So here, Polonius, Act 2, Scene 2, we have here about lines 115 to 120. But we have here that when Polonius goes to the king and queen and is explaining that he knows the cause of Hamlet's madness, he says it's unrequited love. And then he reads a letter that Hamlet has given to Ophelia. And he reads, "To the celestial and my soul's idol, the most beautified Ophelia." And then he comments on the word beautified, and he says, "That's an ill phrase, a vile phrase. Beautified is a vile phrase." So this is an allusion back to Groat's Worth of Wit and Robert Greene. And this is Polonius saying that beautified is a vile phrase. So this is in essence Shakespeare 10 years later, roughly, getting his revenge on Robert Greene. So why is this important? Why is the 1592 reference to Shakespeare being an upstart crow important? It's important because it's the first public or published reference to Shakespeare as a playwright. Here in Groat's Worth of Wit, he's being presented as an upstart crow, beautified with our feathers. So he's being presented as a plagiarist or someone who appropriates the work of the university wits. That he's attempting to rise up. He's a man of all trades, but by his own arrogance thinks he's the only Shakespeare or only playwright in the country. And then Shakespeare 10 years later gets revenge by mentioning beautified in Hamlet. Okay, bye bye.